Imagine this. Someone insults you, embarrasses you in front of others, or spreads lies about you. You feel your blood boiling, your heart racing. But what if I told you none of it actually matters? What if you could become so untouchable that no one, not even the most toxic people, could ever shake your peace? The truth is, anger is a weapon that people use against you. The moment you react, they win. But today, that changes. In this video, I'll show you 9 powerful ways to never get angry or bothered by anyone, ever again. Stay till the end, because the last one will completely change how you see the world. Before we begin, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you're ready to become unshakable. Let's dive in. 1. Realize that no one controls you unless you allow them. Let's get one thing straight. Nobody has the power to make you angry unless you hand them that power. Think about it. The moment someone insults you, provokes you, or tries to tear you down, they are throwing a hook into your emotions. The real question is, are you going to bite? Anger isn't something people give you. It's something you generate inside yourself. No one reaches into your brain and flips a switch that says, "Get mad." You do that. You take their words, their actions, and turn them into a personal attack. But here's the reality. Most of the time, their words are meaningless noise. Their insults are just airwaves bouncing around, and their negativity is a reflection of their own misery, not yours. Picture this. You're walking down the street, and a stranger shouts an insult at you. You have 2 choices. 1, you take it personally, get angry, let it ruin your day, and keep replaying it in your mind, letting a total stranger own your emotions. Or 2, you laugh, shake your head and move on, because you know that random person has no power over you unless you allow it. Here's the truth. The moment you react, you lose. That's exactly what they want. They want to see you explode, to see you break, to feel like they've controlled your emotions. But imagine if, instead of reacting, you stayed completely calm, maybe even smirked, and walked away. They'd be the ones left frustrated, not you. You must train your mind to recognize when someone is trying to manipulate your emotions. The next time someone tries to get under your skin, pause for a moment and ask yourself, why am I letting them control me? Why am I giving them the satisfaction of seeing me upset? When you shift your mindset from reacting to observing, you regain your power. Anger is an illusion of control, but in reality, the more you get angry, the less control you actually have. True strength comes from staying unshaken, unaffected, and unbothered. The moment you master this, you become untouchable, and that's when people stop trying to push your buttons. 2. People's words are just noises in the air. Think about this. If someone were to walk up to you and start screaming insults in a language you don't understand, would it make you angry? Would you feel hurt? No, you might be confused, maybe even amused, but their words wouldn't affect you at all. Why? Because those words hold no meaning to you. They are nothing more than sounds, empty noises floating in the air. Now, ask yourself, why is it any different when someone insults you in a language you do understand? The answer? Because you choose to give those words power. You attach meaning to them, let them crawl into your mind, and allow them to shape your emotions. But the truth is, no words have power over you unless you allow them to. Imagine this. You're sitting in your room, and the TV is on in the background, playing a show you don't like. The characters are arguing, shouting, throwing insults at each other. Do you sit there and get personally offended? Do you let their words ruin your mood? Of course not. You simply mute the TV or change the channel. That's exactly how you should treat negativity in real life. Mentally hit the mute button. Someone is trying to provoke you. Mute. Someone is spreading lies about you. Mute. Someone is screaming at you, desperate for a reaction. Mute. People's insults, criticism, and negativity are just verbal pollution. Meaningless noise that only affects you if you let it. The next time someone throws words at you, instead of reacting, take a deep breath and remind yourself, this is just air passing through their vocal cords. It has nothing to do with me. And here's the most powerful part. When you stop reacting, you strip away their power completely. They expect you to get angry, to argue, to break. But when you remain unfazed, it confuses them, frustrates them. They lose, and you win. The moment you stop taking words personally, you become truly free. No one can hurt you with their voice unless you hand them the knife. So don't. Instead, smile, ignore, and keep moving forward. 3. The 5-year rule. Does it even matter? Let me ask you something. What were you angry about 5 years ago? Can you even remember? Maybe it was a rude comment someone made, an argument with a friend, or an embarrassing moment in public. At the time, it felt huge, right? But now it's nothing. It doesn't affect your life in any way. You don't even think about it. That's exactly the point. When something upsets you, stop and ask yourself, will this matter in 5 years? If the answer is no, then why are you letting it steal your peace today? Think about how much mental energy, time, and happiness people waste on things that are completely meaningless in the long run. A stranger cuts you off in traffic. You spend the next 20 minutes replaying it in your head, getting angrier by the second. Someone disrespects you. You carry that resentment for days, maybe even weeks. But if you zoom out and look at the bigger picture, will you even remember these moments years from now? Here's the brutal truth. Most things that make you angry today are temporary distractions that have zero impact on your future. Yet, people destroy their peace over them. They let a single moment of frustration ruin an entire day, or even worse, an entire life. Now, imagine if you started applying the 5-year rule every time you felt triggered. The moment someone annoys you, you pause and ask, is this moment worth my peace? Will it still matter in 5 years? If the answer is no, you instantly let it go. You refuse to give your energy to something so small, so irrelevant in the grand scheme of life. Here's what separates powerful, unshakable people from the rest. They understand that anger is a trap. Every second you spend being mad at something insignificant is a second you'll never get back. That's time stolen from your happiness, your goals, your future. So the next time something irritates you, remember this. Your emotions are too valuable to be wasted on nonsense. Save your energy for what truly matters. 5 years from now, you'll be glad you did. 4. Master the art of indifference. What if I told you that the most powerful reaction is no reaction at all? That the best way to deal with negativity, insults, and attempts to provoke you is not to fight back, not to defend yourself, not to explain, but to be completely indifferent. Think about it. When someone insults you, what do they really want? A reaction. They want you to get angry, argue, or defend yourself. They feed off your emotional response. But what happens if you do nothing, if you simply don't care? Let's take an example. Imagine a troll on social media, furiously typing an insult at you, waiting for your reply. They want attention, validation, and most importantly, they want to see you break. But if you ignore them, if you scroll past their comment as if they don't even exist, they lose. They sit there, frustrated, realizing that their words had no effect. Your indifference destroys them. This is the secret of truly unshakable people. They don't waste time on meaningless battles. They refuse to acknowledge negativity because they understand one thing: what you ignore loses power. If someone is trying to upset you and you act as if they're invisible, they no longer have control over you. Indifference is the ultimate weapon because it flips the script completely. Instead of you being affected, the other person is left feeling powerless. They wanted you to react, but instead they're left questioning themselves. They expected a war, but you refused to show up to the battlefield. That's true dominance. Here's a challenge for you. The next time someone tries to provoke you, don't respond. Don't explain. Don't argue. Just look at them like they don't matter and move on. Watch how it destroys them. Watch how powerful you feel when you realize that nothing can touch you unless you allow it to. This is what true strength looks like. Calm, composed, and completely indifferent to negativity. When you master this, you become untouchable. 5. Control your breathing. Control your emotions. Have you ever noticed what happens to your body when you get angry? Your breath becomes shallow. Your heart rate spikes. Your muscles tighten. It's as if your body is gearing up for battle. But here's something most people don't realize. Anger isn't just an emotion. It's a physical reaction. And if you can control what's happening in your body, you can control what's happening in your mind. Think about the last time you got really mad. Your breathing became rapid and uneven, right? That's because anger triggers your fight or flight response, flooding your body with stress hormones. But here's the secret. If you take control of your breathing, you take control of your emotions. The next time someone tries to push your buttons, before you react, do this. Inhale deeply through your nose for 4 seconds. Hold that breath for another 4 seconds. Exhale slowly through your mouth for at least 6 seconds. Repeat this process 3 times. What happens? Instantly, your body begins to relax. Your heartbeat slows down. Your mind clears. The anger that was surging through you just moments ago begins to fade. Why? Because your breathing tells your brain, we are safe, there's no real danger here. And once your brain believes that, it stops flooding your system with stress chemicals. This simple breathing technique is one of the most powerful tools you will ever use. It's what elite athletes do before big moments. It's what Navy SEALs practice in high-pressure situations. It's what monks have mastered to achieve deep states of calm. And you can use it anytime, anywhere, to instantly shift from rage to composure. Imagine if, instead of snapping in anger, you paused, took a deep breath, and regained control. Instead of reacting emotionally, you respond intelligently. That's real power. That's the difference between someone who is easily manipulated and someone who is unshakable. So remember this. The next time anger rises, don't let it take over. Instead, breathe. Deep, slow, and controlled. Because when you control your breath, you control everything. 6. Laugh at the situation. Make it a joke. Imagine this. You're walking down the street and someone suddenly yells an insult at you. Most people would feel their blood pressure rise instantly. Their mind would race with comebacks. Their fists might even clench. But what if, instead of getting mad, you just laughed? What if you looked at them, smirked, and said, "That's the best you got?" Boom. Just like that, their power over you is gone. See, anger thrives on seriousness. When you take an insult personally, when you see an annoying situation as a real threat, you feed the fire. But the moment you step back and laugh, you completely destroy its control over you. You flip the script. Think about comedians. Their entire job is to take painful, frustrating, and even tragic situations and turn them into something funny. Why? Because humor is one of the strongest weapons against negativity. It disarms it. It turns something that could hurt you into something you can brush off effortlessly. Picture this. You're in an argument and someone is trying their hardest to push your buttons. They're insulting you, making wild accusations, waiting for you to explode. But instead of getting mad, you just smile. Maybe you chuckle. Maybe you shake your head and say, "Wow, that's creative. Now, who looks weak? who looks like they lost, not you. When you turn anger into humor, you break its grip on you. You remind yourself that most of the things people say or do don't actually matter. You refuse to give them the satisfaction of seeing you react. And in the process, you make yourself untouchable. So the next time someone tries to drag you into negativity, don't take the bait. Laugh, smirk, make a joke out of it. Watch how quickly the situation loses its power. Watch how much lighter and freer you feel. Because the truth is, when you don't take things seriously, nothing can control you. 7. See people as emotionally unstable, not as enemies. What if I told you that most of the people who try to make you angry aren't actually against you, they're just emotionally unstable? That the person who insults you, disrespects you, or tries to bring you down isn't powerful at all. They're just a walking storm of insecurity, frustration, and misery. Think about it. Happy, successful, and emotionally strong people don't go around trying to make others feel bad. When was the last time a truly fulfilled person wasted their energy on tearing someone down? It never happens. The only people who try to hurt others are the ones who are already suffering inside. Their negativity is a reflection of their own internal chaos. Now, let's put this into perspective. Imagine a baby throwing a tantrum. They're screaming, crying, kicking, and losing control over something completely trivial. Do you get angry? Do you scream back? Number because you understand that they don't know any better. Their emotions are out of control, and they don't have the mental strength to handle them. Now, what if I told you that's exactly how you should see negative people? Not as threats, but as emotional children. Their insults, just desperate cries for attention. Their rudeness, a reflection of their inner turmoil. Their attempt to upset you, just proof that they lack emotional control. Would you let a crying baby ruin your day? Of course not. So why let an emotionally unstable person do it? The moment you stop taking their behavior personally and start seeing them as mentally unbalanced rather than powerful, you completely strip them of their control over you. Here's what I want you to do the next time someone tries to provoke you. Instead of getting angry, look at them as if they're a child having a meltdown. Pity them. Feel sorry for them. Recognize that their attack on you is really just a reflection of their own suffering. And then, walk away. Stay calm. Let them drown in their own negativity while you remain untouchable. When you master this mindset, you will never be truly bothered by anyone again. Because you'll understand one of life's greatest secrets. People don't hurt you because they're strong. They try to hurt you because they're weak. 8. Train yourself to be unshakable, like a warrior. Imagine stepping onto a battlefield where your enemy isn't another person. It's your own emotions. Every time you lose your temper, every time you react in anger, it's like losing a fight. And the more you lose, the weaker you become. But what if, instead, you trained yourself to be untouchable? What if you developed such ironclad mental discipline that no insult, no provocation, and no negativity could shake you? This is how warriors are made. True strength isn't about attacking others. It's about mastering yourself. A warrior doesn't react to every little challenge. A warrior doesn't flinch when provoked. A warrior stands firm, calm, and controlled, no matter what chaos surrounds them. Now, let's turn this into a challenge, a test of your mental strength. Starting today, go one full day without reacting emotionally to anything. No matter what happens, someone cuts you off in traffic, a co-worker annoys you, a friend says something irritating, stay silent, stay calm, and let it pass. Just one day. Once you complete that, push it further. Try 2 days, then 3, then a full week. Each day that you hold your ground, your emotional strength will grow. You'll start to notice something incredible. Things that used to trigger you no longer have an effect. People who once had the power to make you angry suddenly seem small, weak, and unimportant. You become the one in control. This is how the strongest minds in history operated. Think of the greatest warriors, leaders, and thinkers: Marcus Aurelius, Bruce Lee, Sun Tzu. They didn't waste their energy on petty emotions. They trained themselves to rise above the noise, to remain calm while others lost control. And because of that, they dominated every battlefield, both external and internal. So I challenge you, start today. Train your mind like a warrior. Test your discipline. See how long you can go without breaking, without reacting, without letting anyone control you. The stronger your self-control becomes, the more unstoppable you will be. Because in the end, the person who stays calm in the storm is always the most powerful one in the room. 9. Accept this one. Truth. Nothing matters unless you decide it does. There is one ultimate truth that once you fully accept it, will make you unshakable. Nothing in life has power over you unless you give it permission. Think about it. People will talk. They will gossip, insult, criticize, and try to provoke you. It's just what they do. The world is full of negativity, and no matter how hard you try, you can't stop people from being who they are. But here's the real question. Are you going to let them steal your peace? Imagine you're holding a $100 bill. Someone comes up and says, "That's just a worthless piece of paper." Do you throw it away? Of course not, because you know its value. It doesn't matter what they say, it's still worth $100. Now apply that to yourself. Someone insults you. Someone tries to bring you down. So what? Does their opinion change your value? No. Just like that $100 bill, you are worth exactly what you were before they opened their mouth. Unless you decide to believe them, unless you give them the power to control how you feel. Most people live their entire lives reacting to the world. They get angry over things that don't matter. They let meaningless opinions shape their emotions. But here's the truth. Life is too short for that. Think about this. If today was your last day on earth, would you waste it being angry? Would you waste it worrying about what someone else thinks of you? Or would you spend it enjoying every second, protecting your peace, and living fully? You cannot control what others say or do, but you can control what you give importance to. And the secret to never being bothered again is simple. Stop making small things matter. If someone wants to waste their energy on negativity, let them. That's their problem, not yours. Your peace, your happiness, your life, it's all in your hands. So the next time someone tries to pull you into their drama, pause. Ask yourself, does this really matter? Will this affect my life in a meaningful way? Will I even remember this in a month, a year, 5 years? If the answer is no, let it go. Walk away, smile, and keep living on your own terms. Because in the end, the most powerful person in the world is the one who chooses peace over anger every single time. Now that you know the secret to becoming untouchable, it's time to put it into action. You've just unlocked the blueprint to unshakable mental strength. You now know how to rise above negativity, ignore the noise, and protect your peace like never before. But here's the real test. Knowledge is useless without action. Which of these 9 lessons hit you the hardest? Which one made you stop and think, I need to apply this in my life right now? I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me which one resonated with you the most. And if this video gave you even a fraction of value, smash that like button so more people can find this message. And of course, subscribe, because I have even more powerful content coming your way. Lessons that will push you, challenge you, and transform the way you think. Remember this: your peace is your power. The moment you stop letting others control your emotions, you become unstoppable. Stay strong, stay unshakable, and I'll see you in the next video.